Hey. It's your girl Peek out here in Singapore, you guys. So excited to be here. Very happy. It's been an amazing day. I don't know what it is, man. I feel so much better when I don't have to cram everything into a Sunday night because there's school on Monday. I would rather stretch things out over the weekend, and that's exactly what I got to do the last two weekends. So needless to say, I need to adjust my schedules a little bit better so that I can always have this kind of freedom. But yeah, I started Baby Girls Hero yesterday, finished up this morning, watched a bunch of really great movies. I think we did all three of the Divergent series this weekend, and she totally loved it. So now I'm thinking, all right, well, is she going to be able to handle Hunger Games maybe? We'll check that out later. Meanwhile, maybe Thursday or Friday, I want to say. I was talking to my girl Tomasa, and we were catching up on a lot of just, everyday kind of girlfriend chit chat. And she mentioned something about the idea of human design. And I didn't know what that was, I've never heard of it before, but she mentioned the words, what did she say? She said manifestor. Sorry, she said manifestor, and then she said generator, and she said projector. And I was thinking, what does she mean? Like, okay, maybe these adjectives she came up by herself. I know what a manifestor is generally because those are spiritual people who believe in the power of belief, basically. Um, and I thought, okay, cool. But then she kept on talking about, generators and projectors and the characteristics of a generator versus the characteristic of a projector. And I was like, hold up, time out. What's going on? Explain. Because I didn't know what she meant. And that's when she said, you need to check out the Jovian archives and what human design is. So I did. She said, you should check out your birth date and time and everything and look at the body plan that comes up that kind of gives you an idea of the kind of person that you are, the personality traits, um, essentially what my purpose is here on earth. And I was like, all right, cool. I've done all kinds of stuff. I've done palmistry. I've done uh, tapping and energy healing. I've tried. I've tried to look at zodiac in astrology, but I don't know that much about it. Um, but I did do, my Akashic Records clearing, and I know about twin flames. So it's, part and parcel of that whole section of life that people really don't talk about. But I figured, why not? Let's check it out. So I pulled out my birth certificate to find out the time of birth and all that, plugged it in, and found out that I am a projector. And I didn't know what that meant, but obviously I wanted to find out what all the squiggly lines and the colored parts and the clear parts meant. And what I found was, well, it was astounding and it made so much more sense. I have always kind of fought the system, as in, like, somebody tells me to do something, and for some reason I have this like gut instinct to do something different. And I thought it was just, rebellious nature. I don't like to be told to do stuff, which I think that's part of it too. But I also realized that for me, when it comes to sales or, asking for asking for help, asking for money, closing a sale, any of those things, they feel very uncomfortable for me. I do not like it. And looking at the way they explained what a projector was, it made so much more sense. So from my very minuscule understanding, because obviously I just Googled the hell out of everything on my own chart, and it took me about 3 days, which I'm still not done. I still want to go back and look at more stuff because it does include I Ching and 64 gates of energy and stuff within the body, including the seven chakras, but they talk about nine. Yeah, I digress. Anyway, bottom line is there's a lot more for me to learn, but from what I read so far, I am excited because I suddenly realized that the things that I've been drawn to do automatically, they happen like that for a reason. Because my people, us projectors, we're the kind of people that are really good at rallying people up. We like to rally, we like to connect, we like to make a big, humongous network of people. And we're really good at asking for advice and getting people to talk about themselves. I'm very good specifically because I am an energy emotional projector. I'm good at tapping into what people are excited about and giving them more insight on what they could be doing to enhance the things that they're obsessed about, the things that they're passionate about, the things that they really, really want to do more of, which is part of the reason I think that a podcast was so much more natural for me than it was to write or to do video. I mean, I could do video too. Video is probably my number two. Podcasting is number one, video is number two, and then the long post and the blah blah blah. So basically, it makes more sense to me now because projectors are meant to wait for the invitation, which means you do the work, you do the work, you do the work. And then when people come across you and they ask, "Hey, can you help me?" That's your invitation. You are able to close the transaction at that point. But what I had been doing at the time was avoiding the invitation or getting so nervous about the invitation that I didn't see it as something that was completely natural. Um, but now I understand that a little bit better. The other thing was the drive for me to, how do I put this? The drive for me to document and create was so strong, whereas everybody that I've ever spoken to about business will tell you you need to hit the streets, you need to, shake hands, and you need to meet people and ask them immediately. They don't talk about create a set of processes. They don't talk about creating products. They don't talk about any of those things. They say, go meet people, go do the work first. And that would be great if people were open to having me do the work with them until they ask for my help specifically. And that means without beyond the shadow of a doubt that they're asking me to do what I do best for them, that it always backfires. So I can't go up and, meet with a bunch of people specifically to close a sale. I need to get to know them first. It's a lot more natural when I get to know you and I talk about this stuff and you end up following me and it's a lot more natural. I love that. I love it. I know I close very easily when that happens. It's just more me. It's not forced. It's not underhanded. You don't smell the sale on me, so to speak. You get to know me and you on your own figure out where it is that I could help you in your life and then you ask. And that's good enough for me. That's perfectly good enough for me. The other thing is recently, if you have been following me, I opened a second account for my daughter. And this is where I want to experiment and really enjoy life and just have fun, dance, sing, cook, hair, travel, what else is there? There's all kinds of stuff. I just want to do. I want to live, right? And that's going to be a great avenue for us as well because I really want to make sure that I do all that I can while people decide whether I'm the best fit for them or not. So that's been tremendously helpful for me. It's made a lot more sense about why I do things the way that I do. And the fact that they say that projectors don't have an energy center, as in, like, I'm very open. I process a lot of emotions. I am a very intuitive being, as most projectors are. I can borrow energy from people, as in, like, if you are a go-getter and I'm near you, I will get that go-getter feeling as well, and I will start to turn out some work. But I can't generate it for myself, which means that I can't work for more than a couple of hours at a time without kind of burning out a little bit. And it suddenly made sense that I stay up late at night, pumped, ready to do stuff, talk about things, churn out podcasts or, do whatever I need to do as far as engagement is concerned. It's amazing in that regard. And I love it. And it makes more sense now because projectors need to maintain their sleep. They need to sleep well. They need naps. They are not built to work. They are not workhorses. The generators are workhorses, but me as a projector, my work is very different. It's not grinding every day. It's not crunching numbers every day. It's not punching a clock and, filing things and organizing. It's not like that. I'm more of a people person. I need to be around people. I also need my time away so I can rejuvenate, but I need to be around people in order to get them excited about the work that they're already doing, the work that they already love. So for the most part, I think 70% of all people are generators. But of that, there are about, I think it's like 15 to 17% that are projectors, about 7% are manifestors, and then there is such a person as a reflector. And yeah, I mean, for me to be 20%, that's a big deal to me. And I realize now that I don't fit in with the rest of humanity the way that culture is built at the moment with this, go to school, go to work, get married and die kind of situation. So basically speaking, I found a lot of truth in the human design and the explanations of what a projector does. Now, obviously, you're not just a projector. There are three kinds of projectors. There are mental projectors, there are emotional energy projectors, and then there are classic projectors. I'm emotional and energetic, and that in itself gave me a lot of insight. So basically, what I'm saying is, I found another description of how life could be, another way of explaining why certain people act a certain way versus other people, what the majority of people tend to do versus as a projector, what is my job here on earth? As a manifestor, what is their job on earth? What is a reflector's job on earth? All of those things. So we all work together, obviously. We need different kinds of people to be able to fulfill the needs in various aspects of life. But this was just so enlightening to me. And there's so much more that I need to read, obviously, a lot more that I need to understand. For example, of the 9 energy centers, 7 of my 9 are open. They are mutable, so to speak. I channel energy through them. I don't have a fixed viewpoint in those 7 energy centers. The other 2 are very fixed. So my willpower center is very fixed. I'm not sure what the last one is. I think, if I remember correctly, it might be my root. But the point is, most of my personality is fluid. I can understand a lot of different points of view because it's very fluid, which is why I'm so intuitive, which is why I really identify with Pisces and a lot of the water sign qualities because we feel. I think Pisces' whole thing is I feel. So it makes so much more sense. I understand me a little bit more. It's been pretty damn exciting. So if you ever are interested, please check out the jovianarchive.com, and if you can't find that, just definitely look up human design. You'll find it. So there's so many things I want to learn, and this is just something new and neat and so exciting that I definitely put 3 days worth of research into it just to figure out what it was. And I was excited to the point that I actually threw in my daughter's details as well and found out that she's a manifesting generator. So between the two of us, I can feel that our combination is quite potent, and yeah, we're gonna get a lot done. So, just a little bit, about the exciting things that are going on here in Singapore. Obviously, I will be back to my regularly scheduled programming tomorrow. I have a class with Avina. Very excited actually because she gets to come and talk to us a little bit about her TEDx speaker experience, while we also pick up where we left off the last week, where we were talking about rejection. And I think that's something that we really need to dive deep in again, because there are so many aspects of that conversation that happens when you feel like you're being rejected or you are doing the rejecting. So we will pick that up again tomorrow. Please join us 8 p.m. Singapore Standard Time, which is actually 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, but it's on Instagram Live, so you'll be able to catch it on a replay for about 24 hours. And if you have any questions, please, by all means, drop them in our direct messages, and I'll catch you then. But in the meantime, you know me, I'm going to continue telling you what I'm listening to, what I'm hearing, what I'm reading, what I'm experiencing, so you can understand just what all influences me, because that is, after all, what Rasatwan is all about, telling you what I am influenced by and sharing it with you so you can take a look, research, or look it up, and see if it's something that you would want to be a part of your life as well. So in the meantime, you guys, I will catch you again soon. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye.